Howdy folks, it's the Creepy Kentuckian here from DEADPIT.com, back again with yet another movie review. This time is one that I'd never heard of. It's a 50-year-old film entitled The Other Side of Madness. Yeah. So, from what I can gather, this is a movie that was independently made back in 1971. Director Frank Howard. It was the only film he had ever made. It mixes documentary footage. And, it's very kind of psychedelic. They say it's avant-garde, I guess. But a lot of scenes in it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But the legendary status comes from, this was the very first film that depicted or covered the Tate LaBianca murders. This was a film, what was that? That was in 1969. This movie came out in 71. They were filming this movie when the actual court trial was going on, from what I've read. So, 50 years old. This is a 4K remaster of the film that's coming to us from the Film Detective. I read about the plot of the movie and I was kind of interested. I was like, what the hell? This is 1971. You've got the dude, which he's barely in it, the guy playing Charles Manson in it. But, I mean, just the setup of it, okay, it's in the early 70s. It's filmed in the early 70s. This was right around the time all this shit happened. So, I figured it would be cool to check out. The movie is only 81 minutes. 81 minutes long. The majority of the movie is just very weird. It's shot all in black and white aside from one scene. And, half the movie, more or less no dialogue at all. Just, I think some of the footage is documentary footage. They have concert footage on there from some sort of weird concert in the desert. Helter Skelter murders, also known as that as well. I think this movie was almost impossible to track down. I don't know if it was ever released on anything else, home media format before. So the Film Detective, they do a great job with the release on this, the transfer on this, considering it was a low budget film 50 years ago. Actually looks really good. There's a bonus. It's a bonus, baby. Bonus disc, if I can get this open. It's limited to 2,000. It is a soundtrack on there. And the movie, in the movie, this music is actually, it's really Charles Manson's music that they played in the movie. So, yeah, the famous Charles Manson record. You have just received a record that is a limited pressing, is not commercially available. So, it doesn't really say what songs are on this. Not that it really matters. Yeah. So this is a bonus in the disc. Like, it's a black Blu-ray case. You get the soundtrack, which I haven't checked out. I mean, I'm sure Manson was a talented singer. It also comes with a little booklet that gives a little bit of a backstory on the making of the film. Interesting movie. The reenactment is where it really kind of picks up. And I hate to say that, but, the reenactment of the murders, the invasion of the home, just the detail of everything that happened and how accurate it is really kind of, it's kind of insane that they did this that long ago. And I'd never heard of this. They'd sent the Film Detective sent the press release to DEADPIT, and I was like, really? This exists? So, checked it out. I'm glad I checked it out because it is definitely interesting. It's only 80 minutes long. Most of that time, honestly, is, they say it's avant-garde again, which means it doesn't make much sense. But when it gets to the reenactment of the actual, crime, the murders and all that, it's kind of captivating in that it was, they filmed a lot of this stuff on what was the name of the ranch? it's the place that it happened pretty much, most of this stuff. So interesting to watch. And if anybody wants to check this out, you can go over to thefilmdetective.com. It is available now. It just came out last month. If you're a fan of the Manson murders, you know, a fan of the Tate LaBianca incident, this is one that probably is a must watch for you guys. So it's the other side of madness, yeah. So check that out, and check us out over at DEADPIT.com. A special thank you goes out to our supporters on Patreon. The Patreon website has a complete archive of the Dead Pit radio shows starting way back in 2005, in addition to all of the midweek shows archived, commentaries, all that good stuff. If you're interested, and we appreciate all the support, go to www.patreon.com/Into the Dead Pit. Tiers start as low as $1 per month.